Hey y'all, welcome. We are back with another Comic Saturday. We are continuing The Joker, Volume 1. We're going to start out Chapter 9 and finish, I guess, Chapter 13. It breaks off from other comics like the Joker War stuff. But I'm just doing chapters that way. Um, yeah, so if y'all recall, Joker got blamed for blowing up Arkham Asylum with his gas and all that stuff, but it wasn't him. He says it wasn't him. And then Jim Gordon is now being paid essentially by the Court of Owls to kill the Joker, and he doesn't know if he wants to kill him or not. He he knows Barbara is Oracle or was Oracle, was Batgirl or is Batgirl. He doesn't want to tell Batman that he's thinking about killing the Joker. So a lot of things going on in this story. I think so far it's an awesome story. I love it. Um, Done by what's their name? I don't want to fuck up their names. James Tignon the Fourth, Guillaume March, and Arif Prianto. Check them out. This is a good book. It says Volume 1. I don't know if there's another volume coming. I hope so. That way I can read it too. But again, this is the second half of last Comic Saturdays, the Joker, Volume 1. Hope you all enjoy. Let's go. Chapter 9, The End of the Tunnel. In your adult life, you don't really stop long enough to think about why you do the things you do. You're not afforded the time. You lie to yourself and you say you're doing something out of principle and not out of habit. You tell yourself that you'd keep doing it just the same if you pause long enough to consider. You get very good at lying to yourself the older you get. I've always been a better liar than I wanted to be. It's easy for me to put myself in the shoes of a hypothetical good man, the man I wish I was, and say the things a man would say. It's all with my first wife. I would forget sorts of things a husband shouldn't forget. We'd have these huge fights, and I would look her in the eye and tell her what she wanted me to say until she believed me. It came as naturally as breathing, which always made me feel sick to my stomach after. But it was easy because I thought I was a good man trying to do good in a bad world. It was okay to lie to my wife. I pretended I would be there for her because I knew I was saving lives, bringing my righteous zeal to justice system. Even when she left and took my son back to Chicago, I still looked at myself in the mirror and told myself that I was a good man building a better world. That changed after Joker shot my daughter and tried to drive me insane. I said the right things that night and in the days and weeks after. I was ordered to take time off to recover physically and mentally, and for the first time in years I stopped running. A dull roar swept up in my mind and I couldn't shake it. All of my sins and failures laid bare in front of me. All while my daughter recovered in the hospital, my son was struggling with his own demons, states away from me. I looked at myself in the mirror and didn't see a good man looking back at me. I saw a tired, broken old fool who had punished everyone who loved him away for his entire life. In pursuit of something intangible, unachievable, something mad. Tell me if you've heard this one. What's black and red and white all over? Joker! I lived my life following laws that I know on some deep, dark level don't really mean anything. I've watched closely and my family has been chewed up by laws like they were razor wire, while animals and despots ignore them and prosper. I tell myself there's still something to justice, some light at the end of the dark tunnel, but at this point I'm good enough liar that I don't know whether or not I still believe in it. I don't even think as I raised the gun and with it in my hands, feels strangely light as I find the Joker's head in my sights. In all this chaos, would these mercenaries even care? Would Barbara ever even find out it was me who did it? I could claim the $25 million. That devil would be gone from the world. Maybe, just maybe, I would stop hearing his laughter when I closed my eyes at night. All I needed was to pull the trigger. But I can't. It feels wrong. I don't know who the woman in the Bay mask is. I don't know who these armed guards are. I am seeing a whole world of evil that has never been more visible to me, and I know I can't just fall into them myself. I know that I've never felt more out of my depth. But I need to know more. I need to stop what's happening here before it spirals out of control and innocent people get hurt. If I can just get out of sight, I'll just go and call Barbara and we'll get to the bottom of. Don't think about leaving, Gordon. Mr. Desmond is going to want to have a word with you about how you found us here. It doesn't matter if the Count lives or dies. Our security is. Oh God, duck, you idiot! Good thinking, Shebane. It's not a party without a party bus. Oh, Vicky. It looks like we almost missed the fun. You're right, sis. It looks like there's plenty of fresh throats to cut. Good thing we put the pedal to the metal, buddy. Brother and sister, Vicky and Buddy. Mercenaries, looks like. That clown belongs to the Sampson family. He's coming back to Texas to meet our pa. Oh, and boy, oh boy, is Pa hungry for some fresh clown meat. The clown is coming to Santa Prisca for execution. I asked the question, very, very important question. What's black and white and red all over? It's the nerve gas canisters I spent the last few days planting around the grounds. I painted them that way. You know, for the joke. Boom. Ha ha! Shh. Go on, Jimmy boy. It's time for sleep. The Clock Tower, Gotham City, Chapter 10, Waiting Game. Tell me you have something, Steph. The room was booked by the same bank that your dad's infinite credit card was issued by. Athena Bank, which looks like it's based out of New York City. Except when I checked the address, it's listed, it looks like it goes by a different name up there, Hudson Financial. It's one of those rich people banks that don't let you walk through the doors unless you sweat gold. And I've been trying to figure out who owns it, but there's nothing really. But beyond that, there's no name attached to the room. How's your luck? She's in the most expensive suite in the building, and that's saying something. The Amman is a priceless hotel in the city. The sort of place that doesn't even have a presidential suite, because if a president spent the cash to stay there, they'd be ripped apart in the press. After sending Dad off, she spent an hour or so in the hotel pool, just doing laps. She followed that time up with 2.5-hour deep tissue massage at the hotel. Doesn't that just make you want to die? I wish I could get a 2.5-hour deep tissue massage. Cass, get into the locker where she put her clothes. No cell, no credit cards, no ID, just an Agatha Christie paperback. Cass searched her room too. Some incredible clothes, but nothing so unique she could have picked it up from the Hermes in the Diamond District. So we've got nothing? Almost nothing. She signed the check at dinner, but her signature, it reads CC. So if Cressidia is her real name, her surname might start with a C. But that's it. You ran it through the other criminal databases, any kind of pattern recognition? There's nothing. Yeah. I think I need to go home and get some sleep. See if a clearer head gives me any good ideas. But right now, all I've got is we should kidnap her or something. And then get massages. Okay, good night, Steph. Cass, how you holding up? Fine. You should call it too. As long as she's in the hotel, I have eyes on her. I don't think we need to worry about her having company tonight. Get some rest. We'll keep at it tomorrow. Huh. You know, don't you? You know somebody is watching, and you don't want to tip your hand any further than you need to. That means you're waiting for something. So what are you waiting for, Cressidia? Oh, Talon from the Court of Owls is right in the clock tower with her. Oh shit. That's not good. Chapter 11, Inside the Lines. Ooh. You up, Jim? We really need to talk. I can tell you're awake. That you're controlling your breathing. There's nobody watching. It's just you and me. And well, there's Buddy too, but I don't think he can hear anything. He's not even struggling anymore. Poor Buddy Sampson. He really thought he was something scary, like his Uncle Billy. Now, there was a man who knew how to put fear of God in you. You should look him up, man. I'm helping him a bit. You have to throw a bone to the younger generation. Teach them that they can't rely on their good looks. And, well, Buddy's not going to have that option anymore, Jimbo. Let's see. What do we talk? Do we talk like grown-ups for a second? I know you hate me. You hate me with every fiber of your soul. And you should. That's the sensible thing for you to feel. Everything I've done to you? I say it's not personal, but of course it is. You've been so long making it easy to pretend that he is making a difference. That putting on a little bat costume and punching people matters. You made him think that the system out there can work if someone is helping from the shadows. I hope you realize he would have had some kind of psychotic break years ago if everyone just saw him as the deranged head case he is and resisted him. You grounded him, Jim. He is a hypocrite, but he doesn't know it. He believes it. But you're a hypocrite, and you know it, Jim. You don't look at the world like he does, like a dumbass kid. You're a grown man, and you see the world as broken. You saw Batman as a way to get at people you couldn't get otherwise, because the world is broken. But you know it doesn't change anything. Not really. Tell me, is there any part of you that believes that Batman can finish the job? I said, tell me! It's not a war that can be won. But deep down, there's a little spark, isn't there? There's the part of you that thinks that there's such a thing as good and evil. And maybe there is. But you also know that fighting evil doesn't make you good. But you don't try to be good. You try to fight evil. I want you to know why. I don't know that I know how to be good, but I know that I know how to fight evil. That's why I knew I could count on you. Now that you've entered the private dick business, I want you to solve a case for me, Jim. You can do it while you're working the one you're already working. Who pulled the attack on Arkham Asylum? You did. Tell me, Jim. When have I pulled a job like that and not left any kind of message? Anything like that? Help me take credit for my work. Why would I use a gas more likely to make people die in their sleep than let them hear the laughter growing cell by cell? You think I don't have 100 more interesting ways to kill Arkham Asylum in the back of my head, Jimbo? Now who's the Joker? You want to kill Bane. You threatened him. I had plans for Bane, and I still have plans for Gotham. For Batman going to hate them, and so will the Bats. I cooked it all up before I had the little war. And some people, they got wind of those plans and scared the crap out of them. Scared them enough that they were willing to kill almost 500 people just to send the right people my way to try and kill me. Those people, they're being used, and so are you. See, these are the rules in the world, not laws. Laws don't matter. Not really. The people who care about the rules don't care about laws. The superheroes, they fit into these rules. And so do most of the people like me who put on silly costumes, had to kill the superheroes. We're not allowed to keep playing our games as long as we don't break those rules. But me, I don't like the rules very much. I was never really a color inside the lines kind of kid. Why not just kill me? Why try to convince me you didn't do something I know you did? Because this is worse. I'm going to show you how little everything you have ever done in your life matters, and how little your notions of good and evil factor into things. It's going to break you, Jim, so much more than stripping you naked in a broken down amusement park ever did. But I have to be going. This one sister is going to pop up any minute now, not to mention Bane's fan club. I got more work to do before it's time to head back to Gotham. Need to make sure the bad guys don't get a chance to mess things up for me too bad. I think I'll go back to Europe next. I'm glad we had a chance to talk, Jim. Clear the air. Play a little barber for me. He's gone. She-Bane unties Jim. You are James Gordon. From Gotham City. Yes. Go home, Mr. Gordon. You're already drowning in the darkness. Head back to the light while you still can. The Joker. Alright, my Paul. Alright, so in this next, what I'm about to read, it says years ago, Gotham City. So I'm assuming we're going back in the past for this comic. An old partner of mine back in Chicago used to say there's two kinds of people in the world: those who end up in the right place at the right time, and those who end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. I never put much stock in it until I transferred to Gotham. Now I'm a believer, but I worry this city's is nothing but the wrong places. They shouldn't have gone in. Where the hell is our backup? This bat said they'd be here in 5. They said that 8 minutes ago. Radio again and tell them. Captain Gordon, you should wait for backup. We got boys in there. You want to sit out? You get on that radio and tell them I want in. I went in. Damn it. Hang on, son. Help is on the way. It's bad, isn't it, Captain? No, you're going to be okay. Where's your partner? Get on your damn knees. I want you to beg for your life, cop. What the? Oof. Gotham PD, you're under arrest. Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour. One of ours was shot, Harvey. Why don't we cut theatrics? The way I heard it, another would be dead right now if it weren't for you charging in like that without backup. Incredibly stupid thing for a captain to do, but heroic. Is that what brings our esteemed district attorney out on a night like tonight, Dent? I just finished talking to your partner in the Jim Gordon stunt spectacular. Apparently, getting thrown out of a window really put him a scare into him. Once I agreed to take the electric chair off the table, he was ready to play ball. And guess what he told me? He was hazy on the date, something about falling out of a window onto his head, but he said it'd be at Mazzucchelli's tower on the east side. This could be huge, or it could be a load of crap. We still have to check it out. I can quietly put together some of the boys I trust tomorrow, and I thought you had tomorrow off. Oh, Crown doesn't sleep, but my kids do, so I can sneak out for a few hours for this. Then it's a date. You know how to raise me on the radio if something comes up, right? Also, I thought you might want to invite your friend. He seems fun at parties like this. I could probably get him a message tomorrow evening. Ow. I'm afraid that's the end of the good news. I know this case got to you. Judge Robertson agreed with the Joker's insanity defense. We're not going to trial. They're sending him to Arkham. Arkham? The loony bin. He'll walk right out the front door. They have security, Jim. They deal with all types up there. They've never dealt with anyone like him. You get too worked up about this guy. He's a real wacko, sure. But you gotta let him go, Jim. He's smart, Harvey. He played Judge Robinson, and now he's playing you, too? I don't think he's crazy at all. Well, he's sure as hell not sane, Jim. No, I suppose he's not. He's something else. I can feel it like it's all just slipping past us. But we're trying to be proactive. Our actual anniversary is Tuesday, but Jim has to work. I wasn't up for a big to-do, and we shouldn't be spending much anyway. So my sister took the kids for the night. I'm making a dill lemon roast chicken, and we're going to watch Roman Holiday. That's wonderful, Barbara. Making the effort to be there for each other is such a crucial step. It is. Jim, I'm sorry, what? This is what I'm talking about, Dr. Gable. Even when he's here, he's not here. It's just, things are running long, no? It's okay, Jim. We're making good progress here. I have to check on something for work. I thought today was your day off. It won't take long. Well, this could be a good stopping place. Can I use your phone, Doctor? I need to have a squad car come pick me up. Go ahead. I won't be long, but this way you can drive yourself home, Barb. Arkham Asylum. As you can see, it is all secure and state-of-the-art here, Captain Gordon. It is quite impressive, Frank. It's actually Mr. Frank. My apologies. Happens all the time. How many inmates? Residents? Right. How many residents reside in the secure wing, Mr. Frank? Just him. That's Billy Sampson. I'm sure you've heard of him, Captain. He killed and ate his. No need to get into all that with our guest is there, Mr. Frank. You must be Captain Gordon. I'm the director of the facility, Jeremiah Arkham. Have we now? We've actually met. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't remember me either. That's funny. So what can we do for you today, Captain? I was examining your facility. It's quite lovely, isn't it? The building has been in my family for several generations. It sits on 22 acres of gardens and woods. We pride ourselves on having a nurturing environment for. I was less concerned with the topiaries and more concerned with the security. Our residents are quite safe, I assure you. It's not them I'm worried about. I'm afraid I'm a bit of a loss. Our residents are almost exclusively non-violent. And the man who calls himself the Joker, he arrived today, eccentric for sure, but I don't think he's anything of our staff can't handle. That's exactly what he is. What would you propose we do, Mr. Gordon? Transfer him here to the secure wing for starters. Unfortunately, it was built to accommodate only the one guest. And he's drugged up enough that he couldn't hurt a fly. Move him. I consider it if I could. I thought I saw your name on the building when I drove in. You're unpleasantly direct, aren't you? I assure you, I'm the person in charge, but the construction, maintenance, and security of this wing was funded by a generous donation by Billy's here brother, Mr. Sawyer Sampson. And that was all conditional on this being Billy's home until such a time as he is cured or deceased. I can't move him without his brother's consent. So you can ask him. I can. I won't. That's fine. I will. Hello, Mr. Sampson. This is Captain Jim Gordon on the Gotham City Police. How are you today? I'm fine. What is this regarding? I was hoping we could discuss moving your brothers temporarily. I don't know if you've been reading the papers. I try to mind my own business, so I don't spend a lot of time reading your big city newspaper, no. Fair enough. A mentally unwell man who called himself the Joker was recently captured after he committed a horrific crime. He is here in Arkham now, and I believe what he do. I think it's best to leave the gruesome details to. I don't know how you do things up there, but down here, if you want something, you best be prepared to offer a favor in return. You scratch mine, I'll scratch yours. He developed some sort of poison gas. He was testing on various people before he planned the poison to the city's water supply. But that's not. Then what? What? It disfigures the victims while sending them into hysterics before they painfully die. I see. Fascinating stuff. As you can imagine, there's a reason to think he's an incredible escapist, whereas your brother, I've been told, has been model patient for years. I'm not sure what you've been told about my brother. His crimes were unfortunate, but they also resulted in our family's good fortune. I don't need to spend my time looking for silver linings. My bet is that if you're a God-fearing man, Mr. Gordon, you tell yourself that Billy's fate and our fortune were all part of his master plan. So I paid a damn fortune to build that little area for my brother. All the luxury and security that boy deserves. And I don't know why you having some joker you can't handle would make you think I love my brother any less. Mr. Sampson? Hello? Captain, you there? Put in that request. Units out at Arkham. Approved. How long until my relief gets here? Not. I repeat, Commissioner Gordon. Denied. Did you explain the damn situation? Breaking up. Say it again, Captain. Tell him I need them. Grogan suggested if you want someone there, babysit the Joker. His words, Captain. He said, don't you dare put me on overtime for it. Fudge, you still there? How'd you get a signal up at Arkham Asylum? Frank, where's the Joker? I've never seen him like this. I don't know what's where. He was in the cafeteria. Captain Gordon, what a lovely surprise. I didn't know you were mentally unwell. What happened to your head? You're going back to your cell now. I finished my pie? No. But I'm still hungry, Francis. Actually, he's correct. My first name is Francis. Well, too bad. And his name is Mr. Frank. Ha! You know what? I think, Jim. Can I call you Jim? No. I think you miss me, Jim. I think you can't stop thinking about me. Sure. I'd much rather be spending time with my kids. Ooh, you have kids. How many? How old? I positively love children, and they love me. Get moving. Oh, did I touch a nerve, Jimmy? I mean, what I said, though. I think I've been on your mind a lot, haven't I? Haven't you talked to your shrink about me, Mr. James? You do have a shrink, right? It's so important for your mental well-being. And I should know. Guess why? Because I am crazy and not responsible for my actions. Get in your cell. They're called rooms here, Jimbo. Maybe pick up some promotional literature on your way. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting right here to keep you an eye on you, Joker. Did I miss what's funny here? I really am in your head, aren't I? I was kidding, but it's true. And you can't figure out why. Want me to tell you, Jim boy? Jim. Jim, are you there? I got this. You can go. I knew you would be. Want to know why? No, I want to be quiet. You dedicate your life to stopping crime. You see how it works. Good, normal people, pushed and pulled, twisted and broken by a cruel system. Folks just like you, but desperate. You ask yourself, what would I do if my children were going hungry? Would I steal, rob, push, dope? Would you kill, Jim? You wouldn't kill. You're a good man after all. But you understand. You can see a piece of yourself in them, and you use that to fight back. But you look at me, and you don't see that piece. You don't see anything that looks like you at all. At first, you took comfort in that, didn't you, Jim? But not anymore. You saw me and thought, he's a freak. He's an anomaly. But you came back for another look because you're not so sure something's coming to your city. Jim, something bad. I'm not the hurricane. I'm just the first dark cloud in the horizon. So much time spent thinking if you could just catch the people like Carmine Falcone, and then your kids could sleep safely in their beds. Damn it. Hey, I need to stay right here and watch this door. Don't open it for any reason, understood? Yes. All I'm asking, Jim Jams, is if you are watching Falcone, who's watching people like me? Who will keep your kids safe from people like me? Harvey, can you hear me? It's Jim. On, I can't. Harvey, I didn't copy. I hope you can hear this. I got held up at Arkham and I didn't get a message to our friend. I hope it's not tonight because he's not coming. And neither am I. Where is he? What? I don't know. I had to pee. Call 911. Tell them he's escaped. Want a slice of pie, Jim? Hands up. What's the matter? I told you I was still hungry. I hope I didn't upset you before when I mentioned Falcone, Jiminy Cricket. You took off like I hit a nerve. I'm fine. You gonna just sit there forever, Gordo? If I have to. I'm glad we got to spend this time together, Jim Jam. I feel like we've made a real connection. Good morning, Captain Gordon. What time is it? Almost 6 in the morning. It seems your little chat yesterday did wonders. Sawyer Sampson will be funding a whole new wing of the hospital. And more security. In the meantime, he has agreed to transferring the Joker to his brother's room. So that's it? No, Mr. Gordon. He wants you gone. Question additional units to the vicinity of Finger and 131st Street. Search area for suspect in Mancinelli Towers shooting is expanding. What's happened? Then walked a bunch of guys from the 1-3 into an ambush. The bloodbath, Captain. You! My God, Harvey, what the hell happened? Where the beep were you? I couldn't get you on the radio. I was at Arkham all night watching the Joker? He's done. We got him. Falcone's men were waiting for us. We walked right into it. Harvey, I'm sorry. You told me you get him here. They were shot because of you, Gordon. We were slaughtered because you can't let the Joker thing go. You weren't where you needed to be. Harvey Dent's a good man. I can't blame him for what he said. But he's wrong, and the Joker was right. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it yet, but something awful is growing in Gotham. If we want to stand any chance against it, I was exactly where I needed to be last night. Ooh. Batman, Joker Warzone. Yeah, this is all part of the whole Joker series. Graphic novel. Arkham Asylum. He hears the guards whisper. They have always whispered when they pass a machine, but the theme of their whispers has changed of late. They are afraid. Something has happened to the city. He hears the word clown and understands, and he waits. At night, he can hear the echoes of explosions and gunfire in the distance drawing closer. First, the asylum doubles its guards, and then all at once, it feels as if they vanish. There are still whispers about the last time the clown took charge of the asylum. Some of the doctors still have their scars. The machine whirs, and he recognizes that any other man could be screaming from the pain, but he waits silently. He has not said a word since he snapped the back of the false Batman who helped him lose everything. Not a word until now. I see you in the shadows. Step into the lights where I can see you properly. Now, Bane, I killed 6 guards to walk into this room. You just stepped on my entrance like it was nothing. I might as well just leave and try again tomorrow. But then again, I really hadn't made up my mind. You need to make the right impression. I was thinking about a classic Honey M home. Or maybe wearing the skin of one of your favorite guards. They're all a bit too short. I'm afraid the eye holes would be all stretched and weird. Not all right for the gag. You look terrible, by the way. But I bought you a present. There now, you look terrible, and you're wearing your stupid mask. Isn't that better? Say what you came here to say, Joker. That voice, I've always loved that voice. That rumbling bass. You don't have to shout to make the room shake. I need to come up with horrible things to say in order to do that. It's nice. I listened to a whole audiobook. Hell, I bring a whole city to his knees for a voice like that. Joker! All business, are we? I know you must be terribly busy while that mechanical Dracula pumps the poison out of your veins. It's a bit gothic, even for our favorite adversary. I'm excited to see what you look like when all this muscle atrophies in withdrawal. Does it hurt? I hope it hurts. I feel like it must. Venom's not my kind of party, but I know my narcotics enough to know that it's a nightmare coming out of you. Most die from the withdrawal. Not that I expect that this will break you. You're much too strong for that. Stop dancing around whatever this and say your piece. You know, I spent months imagining how to kill you. I'd be so easy right now. I just have to pull the trigger, nothing to show, and there's a humor to it, too. They list you right next to me as one of the big bads, and dying in a way that would look like the world, like any other mundane death, a kind of forgettable, nowhere death. That'd be funny. What happened to the big Hispanic fella who broke the bat and stole the city? Oh, he got shot by somebody in jail cell. No, nobody ever found out who. Born anonymous in a jail, dead anonymous in a jail. Pretty good, right? Nice gag to it. Why? Because I'm disappointed in you. You were supposed to be better than this. Better? You took Gotham City in hand. You put them baddies in charge of all of my Arkham pals. You even thought I was tagging along for the cause. You'd gotten Bats out of the city, brought him low. You planned it for ages. From your cell here in Arkham, you turned this place into a fortress. And right as he was ready to come back, ready for you to deliver the final blow, still hundreds of miles away from the city, you kill the last parental figure he has. in front of the freaking kid. You don't even put him on a damn telephone pole so he can listen to it alive. You wasted it. You wasted that death. The butler was different. The butler was the only other way to hit him in that deep primal place and break him like he had been broken since he was a kid. You could have hurt him more deeply than ever. Do you get that? You could have been his greatest villain ever. But instead you picked Robin. You're not the man who broke the bat anymore. You're the man who broke the baby bird. You didn't even break him the fun way, with a crowbar like I did back in the day. You just made him feel sad and guilty for not stopping you. Oh no, Robin's going to have to go through therapy. Thanks to Big Bad Kane. Trauma is a weapon. One day can twist a person into an unspeakable monster. I know that better than anyone. You took the best weapon there was and threw it away. Now I'm a busy man, a businessman actually, and I need to keep a schedule because things are about to heat up out there in the city. I got a war to see to. But I wanted to come here especially to make you a promise. You will pay for what you did. I'm going to see that. You won't know when, you won't know how, but it will happen. Keep the mask. People might actually mistake you for something scary in it. He hears the guards whisper. They have always whispered when they pass the machine, but the timbre of their whispers has changed of late. They are afraid, but not of him. He hears the word clown, and a part of him wants to scream. But instead, he waits. A serious house. Batman 100. Gotham City. Robbinsville. Where have you been? Excuse me? It's just, that's quite the stack of papers. Huh. You know, I guess it is. I had an accident a few weeks back. Took me out of commission. If I'm being honest, I'm still a bit out of commission. But I need to get to some fresh air. See some friendly faces. Catch up on the news. Well, there's plenty of it. They stopped investigating that Wayne fella, and there's the clown girl all over the papers. Not Harley Quinn. Punchline. She's a treat, isn't she? Oh, I don't know. I don't go much for the crazy types. Oh, but they're so much fun, at least until they slip a knife between your ribs. Haha, you're funny. I used to be a comedian. You see the video? Video? The punchline girl. She's under house arrest now after she proved she wasn't nuts enough to toss her into Arkham. She put out a whole video on the internet. Got her in trouble with the judge and everything, but it's been spreading like wildfire. Please. Okay, are we ready? Have we started yet? Yes, we're recording now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm shaking. I get nervous in front of cameras. It's okay. Just take your time. Start by introducing yourself. I guess that's the real question everyone's asking, isn't it? Who am I? I think everyone heard the name I've been calling myself the last few months. The name I gave myself to make a very bad man happy. You know me as Punchline. But my name is Alexis K. And like many of you, I'm a victim of the Joker. I know that's going to be hard for a lot of you to believe. My critics are calling for me to be thrown in Arkham. They say I need to be held accountable for the actions of Joker and his gang members. For all the destruction and death the city saw in the last few weeks. If I were in your shoes, I'd probably be saying the same thing. I wouldn't buy the stories of the stupid girl who believed the monster when he said he was setting out to do good. I spent months online talking with people who held him up as this kind of symbol for the people who see that the world is broken. And it is, isn't it? I think people my age see it most of all. How the system's been failing for years. How the so-called heroes haven't done anything to change them. I saw Joker as a symbol of how we needed to tear down the system we had so we could build something. I wanted to believe in that symbol. And so did he. He twisted everything I saw in him. Found the excuses for why his old atrocities were lies spread by Batman and the media. He told me I could help him bring his message to the world. And maybe that does make me crazy enough to throw me in an asylum. But that feels like letting me off too easy. I believe in something that wasn't there. I put on a costume and became something I'm not. And once I realized the horror underway, I was trapped with no way out. People were dying all around me, and I saw that the Joker was every bit of the monster the media claimed him to be. I didn't kill anyone, but I didn't stop him from doing it either. I was an unwilling accomplice and witness to his crimes. If this city decides to put me away forever, I'll understand. I was told not to do this, but after hurting this city, I think I bear some responsibility to make my story known. And I don't plan on stopping before the trial is underway. Thank you. Oh, she's good. She's very good. Sorry? She even said that what she's doing right in the video. That's the art of it, bringing my message to the world. This trial is going to be a circus, and really there's no better place for a clown. Wait. Wait, you're not. I'm sorry. You said you were a comedian? So I'm sure you're making a joke. You're not him, are you? No, no, no. You are. What? Well, your body will be. They'll find it down by one of the docks in a day or two, all bloated with skin bleached just right. They'll waste a few weeks trying to prove it's not me. Enough time for me to set everything in place for my big goodbye. I'm planning on some travel. I think a vacation will do me just good. As you can see, I could use a little sun. It would be nice taking time off, letting the city mend its broken bones into a brand new configuration. You see, this was a test to see how far I could push things. It's time for us all to start thinking about the future and our place in it. I just broke this city in ways that will take years to fully reckon with it. It's all going to change now, and he's going to have to change with it. Which is good. He was starting to get awfully boring, don't you think? I guess you don't think anymore, do you, friend? Okay. Then, let's get pretty. There, that's good. That's very, very good. Dead ringer. The Joker War was only the beginning from this whole story. Ooh, that's the end of the book, guys. That's the end of the Joker Volume 1 graphic novel. I don't know if they're going to do a Volume 2, because I hate when they do volumes and then you don't put out a Volume 2. But we'll see. Again, this came out November 2nd, 2021. So there's still time for them to, drop a Volume 2 at some point in time. What do y'all think? Hit me up on the socials, on the Mellow Podcast, Facebook podcast. Oh my God. Hit me up on the Mellow Podcast Facebook page. Drop a like, send me a message, email, you know what it is, all good in the neighborhood. Hit that Linktree link in the bottom. Show me love. Hit that twitch.tv link in the bottom, Mellow Fellow Gaming, one word, no spaces. Go check out YouTube, Mellow Fellow Gaming at MFG22 on YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, tell your people about it. Write reviews. Reviews are important in this thing. Good or bad, I want them all. All right, people. Until next time. Next Comic Saturday should be Blue Beetle Graduation Day, issue 4. So I can't wait for that. All right, y'all. But those are forever. One love. Peace.